Hi, I'm Cindy Abbott Letro, and this is Behind the Camera. And if my guest looks familiar, it is because he's probably one of the most recognizable people that you will see in TV all over the place. And in Buffalo, you've been a lot of different places, and I'm sure a lot of people have been saying, what are you doing here? Mario Lopez is with us, and he's in Buffalo to shoot a Christmas movie, which seems to be something that's happening quite a bit here.
Yes, well, first of all, thank you for having me,
sure.
Cindy. And we've had a great time here in Buffalo. We're sort of the guinea pigs, if you will, working with a great American family here, being the first film. But I wanted to jump at the opportunity. I've spent time here before. The people are really nice, and the town has embraced us. I feel like I've been on the news all the time, and we try to use as much of the local folk as we can, and we're looking forward to doing a few more.
Well, when I say to you, you're very familiar because Saved by the Bell was such a huge hit, and then Dancing with the Stars, all different ways. I mean, you are truly multi-talented.
No, thank you.
Is there one thing that you like to do the best, or how do you sort of decide what you're going to do in your career?
I like keeping it diverse and mixing it up, whether it's my radio show or daytime talk show, nighttime news show, shooting a holiday film, or
and you don't look
dancing
tired.
And the whole thing. No, I feel it though. The time difference is tough, and the weather makes it tough. It's cold out here. Evidently, Buffalo didn't get the memo. It's springtime.
Well, I have to say, this winter was colder than most, and one of the longest winters.
We're not even in winter anymore.
Remember.
It's dead of spring.
Wait a couple.
Okay.
It changes from day to day, but one of the things that I'm a little mystified, and there's this industry around Christmas movies, and Buffalo seems to be blessed with the fact that many of them are being made here.
Well, that's the case, I think, as of late, and we're sitting here in these beautiful studios that are built here, and like I said, we're looking forward to doing a few more outside of this one. I think we're going to come back this next month, and I'll do another one. My son's going to be in that one, as a matter of fact, and we've got a few more lined up for this next year, so we'll be spending a lot of time in Buffalo. Hopefully people don't get Mario overload.
No, I don't think they will, but tell me a little bit about your experience here. I mean, what is it?
Well, I've only been here a few weeks, and so far I have nothing but great things to say about it. The people have been really nice, and the community has really kind of taken us in and been very helpful, and it's... other than work, I've just been consumed sort of with the film itself, and we've gotten to venture out a little bit. Great places to eat. Had more buffalo wings than I can think, and some beef on weck sandwiches.
You'll have to be dancing quite a bit to get rid of all of those calories. Yeah.
Clothes is fitting a little bit tighter, but overall great time.
What is it for someone that makes films or TV shows or whatever? What is it that works within a community? And I mean, what kinds of things are you looking for when you bring a production into town?
Well, we want the community to want us there, number one, and not be looked at as a distraction or some sort of nuisance. In the fact that they're excited about having us, and we get to incorporate a lot of the things the town has to offer and the people themselves, and here in Buffalo too, there's some great tax incentives, so that also provides some incentive.
When you make a film like this, for instance, this is a soundstage. This wasn't here a couple of years ago.
Right.
And it is here because we have been successful in attracting industry to come in here and choose us. Is that a long-term, do you think that's something that we can sustain?
Well, I think so. I think the fact that you're going to commit to having a facility like this and these sound stages means you're really invested and you're here for the long term, and people believe in this town, and I don't see that going anywhere. This was a big investment, so I think there's definitely going to be some movies made here.
When I was reading your bio, I was looking at all the different things that you've done, and the fact that you started at such an early age. Did you have any idea? I mean, it just seemed like you were multi-talented. I mean, you were a great athlete.
Thank you.
But you also had musical capability. You could act. It seemed like, you did it all. How did you morph that into being a success?
Oh, thanks, first of all. I mean, I've always tried to stay as busy as I can and keep out of trouble, and Mom put me in a bunch of different things to do just that and occupy my time. So, it wasn't something that I always wanted to do, this business. I fell into it, to be honest, and once I fell into it, I fell in love with it, and then sort of haven't stopped, so I feel very fortunate for that. But I don't take it for granted. And I know I'm very blessed and get to be around my friends and family and work, and so it makes it a lot of fun.
But I was thinking about this because there's this likability factor with you, whether it was, it's Access Hollywood
Thanks.
or, Dancing with the Stars. I mean, there are things that people respond to with you. I mean, what
Thanks.
is that?
I mean, I don't know. I like people. I like people, so
Is
maybe...
it the dimple?
Oh,
It
wow.
could be.
Maybe
Dimples.
people respond to me genuinely liking people and genuinely inquisitive and want to know about them and, like to entertain, so maybe they respond to that. I don't know.
I was thinking, though, you said that your son's going to be in one of these films. For you to sort of say, okay, it's okay for you to go into this. I mean, you must like what you do. I mean, because usually you hear there's like a good and there's a bad side.
I didn't encourage him, but I didn't discourage him one way or another, too. But he's the only one out of my 3 kids that wants to do it, and he's done pretty well. Mm-hmm. He's pretty talented himself and does a lot of different things. So, I'm proud of him and looking forward to his next film.
Of all the things that you've done, has there been one that that you like the best?
I mean, I really like them all. I have a good time working on all of them, and whether I'm hosting or singing or dancing or acting, whatever I'm doing, I'm having a good time just because I get to kind of mix it up.
You have explored so many different aspects of media, and you've seen a lot of different changes. I mean, looking at it now, what are you projecting? What's going to happen? I mean, like where the next opportunity will lie?
For me specifically?
Well, for you specifically, and I would guess within the industry as well.
Well, I want to keep doing what I'm doing, which is hosting my shows, both radio, TV, and making these movies and continue to produce more content. And I think because of the different platforms and streaming services, there's going to be a lot of content that's going to be needed. So I think the future looks bright. I mean, it's always a tough business, but, that's why you got to keep grinding.
Well, and doing like a podcast where you're just sort of like talking and exploring and looking at things, what is it about that you enjoy?
Well, I have a fight podcast that I do, and that's just sort of a fun sort of side gig because I'm talking with my buddies about that stuff anyway. So that's just it's sort of grown and took it on its own life. But there's so many out there, but that's niche and specific, and we're having a good time on the 3 Knockdown Bull.
But does it attract a whole different audience for Mario?
Yeah, a whole different audience. Yeah, absolutely. Different demos.
Is there something that's left undone that you haven't done?
Well, a lot of stuff as far as in the producing end, and continue wanting to do that, and like now that my son and stuff are getting into it, so looking forward to doing stuff for him later.
Well, in interviewing the producer for what you're involved in right now, it sounds like such an interesting position, but yet people never know what a producer actually does. I mean, are you like the ringmaster?
Well, we kind of assembled a team, and everyone knows their roles, and I think a team's only successful when you delegate and you kind of trust the people you're working with, and kind of like a well-oiled machine now, so things seem to be going pretty smooth.
Has there ever been anything that you haven't gotten that you really wanted to do that...
Oh, a lot of stuff, of course. Yeah.
Like?
That's just life. I mean, nothing comes to mind right now, but that's just life, and you just kind of keep kind of plugging away and show that grit.
All right. Thank you, Mario
All right, you got
Lopez.
it.
Great
Cindy,
to have
nice
you
meeting
here.
you.
And please keep coming back and celebrating Christmas.
Look forward
with
to
us.
it.
That was it. We're behind the camera. Thank you.